Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. My name is Farhan Shafika bint Hisham as the second presenter for our case study BMW. So what does BMW means? BMW stands for Bavarian Motor Works, or in German, you can read it, are well known as BMW is a German automobile, motorcycle and engine manufacturer founded in 1916 by Franz Josef Papp, Karl Papp, and Camillo Castiglione. The BMW company is headquartered in Munch, Bavaria, Germany. As the parent company of Rolls-Royce Motor Cars, it owns and produces minicars. The BMW produces motorcycles under BMW Motorrad. In 2012, data shows that BMW Group had produced 1,845,186,000 automobiles and 170 and 109 motorcycles, along with Audi and Mercedes-Benz. The BMW is part of the German Big Three luxury automakers, which are the three best-selling automakers in the world. The BMW company was first established as an business entity, following a restructuring of the Motorenwerk aircraft manufacturing firm in 1917. In 1918, aftermath of the World War I, BMW was forced to stop aircraft engine production by the terms of the Versailles Armistice Treaty as a result of German loss during World War. Facing the disability of producing aircraft engine, the company shifted the production of motorcycle in 1923, followed up by the automobile production later in the 1928 and 29. The very first car of the BMW company produced was named Dixie, based on the Austin 7 and licensed from the Austin Motor Company in Birmingham, England. Recently, in June 2012, the company was listed as the first most reputable company in the world by Forbes.com for holding 60% of their total surveys. Ranking was listed based upon the consumer's willingness to buy, recommend, work for, and invest in the company. So we move on to the nature of business of BMW. So with its three brands, BMW, Mini, and Rolls-Royce, the BMW Group is the world's leading premium manufacturer of automobiles and motorcycles, and also provides premium financial and mobility services. As a global company, the BMW operates 30 production and assembly facilities in 14 countries and has a global sales network in more than 140 countries. So next, the car that they produce are the BMW. It is for driving pleasure. That is what drives us. At BMW, driving pleasure comes from the perfect combination of sporty, dynamic, groundbreaking innovations and breathtaking design. The other lines of BMW are the Mini Cooper, which is they maximize the experience while focusing on the essential. Clever solutions with iconic designs encourage a life full of meaningful experiences. Mini unlocks the city, delivering to your individual needs. Next, we move on to the Rolls-Royce, the most exclusive luxury automobile manufacturer in the world. Renowned for supreme quality, exquisite hand craftsmanship, and meticulously attention to detail.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and very good morning. My name is Nurida Izzati binti Mohammed and I would like to continue our group presentation. First, let me talk about vision statement. Is vision. According to Zainal, Ho and Wong, vision statement is a statement about what your organization wants to become. It means here that a vision should be representative of organization's capabilities and image of itself. And to be a good vision statement must be short, specific, with a clear and powerful agenda, and also future-oriented. In addition, according to Solana, Sheffer, and Podolny 2001, having a vision of a future can help to formulate a good strategy and motivate the firm's employees to achieve goals. It does help to have a vision in an organization. Next, we want to see what is a BMW vision statement. To be the most successful premium manufacturer in the industry. That's what their vision is. Their vision is proof or show that they use short and precise vision statement which can show their powerful goals and future oriented. As for today, we can see that BMW has accomplished worldwide acknowledgement as a main marker of extravagant sports vehicles. You can go every part of the countries around the globe. Everyone know what type of car BMW is. This is how well known BMW are. This can be proved by in year 2019, BMW Group sold almost 2 million vehicles, posting an unequal high and increment of 1.2% contrasted with earlier year. So it's for the year 2019, it has been a practically ideal year for BMW and also BMW Group. So from the evidence show here, we can say that BMW is one of the most successful premium manufacturer car in the industry. Move to the mission statement. What is mission? According to Zainal, Ho, and Wong, mission statement can be defined as a statement of purpose or reason for the organization existent, and it usually deals with question what is our business? Why are we here and why do we exist in this industry? So, for a mission statement to be good and efficient, the statement must define the fundamental unique purpose that sets a company apart from other organizations and at the same time identify its types and identifies the scope of company's operation, including products and also service offers. The importance of the mission statement is it can promote a sense of shares, expectation, and communicates public image to important stakeholder groups in the company's task environment. What is BMW mission statement? To become the world's leading provider of premium product and premium services for individual mobility. Let's break the mission and see what they are really talking about. For the first one, for the leading provider of premium products and premium services, it is a clear indication that they are not interested in any other segment of market. They focus more on high-end segment. As we know, BMW car is not that cheap. You know what I'm saying, right? By offer level of service and a stream product, we know how good quality of BMW is and how good also the price are. And next, we focus more on premium products and premium services. It means here that quality control is high up on their agenda. It means that they are focused on control for the products and also the way they are delivered the services. It means that no matter where you buy BMW product, it's either in China, in India, in Malaysia, it will live up to the company's highest standards and the quality will be the same. It does not matter where you are, and this is their mission is. And no wonder BMW is one of the successful brand car and in the automobile industry. Next, objective. What is objective? Objective is desired or specific result of a planned activity that should be achieved by specific time. SMART here. SMART here is just like an acronym for what an objective should be. S stands for the specific, M stands for the measurable, A stand for the achievable, R stand for the realistic, and T is stand for the time spent for the objective to be taken. And there are some people a little bit confused between objective and goals because they think that objective and goals are the same thing. According to the Whelan and Hunger in 2008, in contrast to an objective, we consider a goal as an open-ended statement of what one wants to accomplish, with no quantification of what it is to be achieved and no time criteria for completion. It means here that for goals, it's not that specific, it don't have any measurable, and also it does not have a time span for the goals to be achieved. For sure, it just need for a realistic and achievable goals. However, for objective, it's more specific, and also it also have like a time to be taken to achieve the objective. According to this trainer in 1997, there are 10 guides for preparation of long-range objective. According to him, objective must be suitable, measurable over time, feasible, acceptable, flexible, motivating, understandable, commitment, people participation, and linkage. In addition, according to David 2009, long-term means more than 1 year. Meanwhile, a null objective is the example of short-term objective the organization must achieve in order to obtain the long-term objective. In addition, the good thing about objective is it can exist on business level, functional level, or lower level. Bmw objective. The objective of Bmw include, first, to make their position stronger than at the moment by the end of 2012, to manufacture environmental friendly cars, to stay ahead in the competition, to help the society by being responsible, and the last one is to increase the sales all across the world. In my opinion, objective for the Bmw has smart criteria. I mean, like specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and also time spent. As you can see here, it focus like specific. It's focused for the year 2012. It also like more to manufacture environmental friendly car. It's specific on what they want to be achieved for the objective. And also it's achievable and measurable, and also it's realistic. It's possible to be done, and it's possible to be in time span that they want it to be done. For instance, up to the year 2020, BMW Group plans to fortify its situation inside the worldwide engine vehicle advertised by expanding deals in the excess of 2,000 autos every year to 2,100. BMW Group will grow new and productive regions of movement. The BMW Group will put resources into future innovations, new vehicle ideas, and spearheading drive frameworks. As you can see here, they are trying to manufacture environmental friendly cars. So they must spend more on the research part and install innovation to make them works. And to stay ahead in the competition in automobile industry. Competitor analysis. Porter's 5-factor model. What is Porter's 5-factor model? It was a model was introduced in 1980 by Professor Harvard, Michael E. Porter. It proposed a simple framework for assessing and evaluating the competitive strength and position of business organization. This theory depends on the idea that there are 5 powers that determine the competitive intensity and attractiveness of market. This framework is considered a macro tool in business analytics as it viewed economy as a whole. The 5 factors here is first, competitive rivalry, second, supplier, third, customer, fourth is new entrants, and the last one is substitute product. First, we want to try to adapt the competitor analysis Porter's 5-factor models in the BMW. We want to see how they overcome, what they did to make sure that they are still successful premium car in this industry. First, competitive rivalry in BMW. as we know, in automobile, they are not like that huge market, but there are several competitors of BMW in the market like Audi, Mercedes, Toyota, Ford, Honda, Tesla, and Land Rover. The current player is forcefully putting resources into promoting just as innovative work to deliver imaginative vehicle model and develop their piece of the overall industry. With developing rivalry, organizations are shaping association to fortify the upper hand to produce vehicles locally for deals in nearby markets. This is the competitive rivalry in automobile industry. And let's see how BMW overcome. BMW has additionally gone into with other vehicle organizations like Daimler, Chrysler, and Great Wall Motors of China. While these key organizations are helping the current brands reinforce their sales position and client unwaveringness, they are additionally helping them into new markets. Because of developing power of competition, BMW has developed its concentration upon suitability, vehicle plan, client experience just as innovative work. So this is what BMW did to stay competitive advantage in this to make sure that they have competitive advantage in this industry. Next, talking about bargaining power of suppliers in BMW. The bargaining power of suppliers is affected by several factors, including the size of the organization, concentration of suppliers in the industry, as well as their ability of forward integration. In the automobile industry, the conversion of providers is higher contrasted with the grouping of purchasers. And how BMW overcome when this happen? So BMW works with around 12,000 providers situated in 70 nations. It means here that it is to create BMW vehicles locally in the business sector where BMW works. It means here that BMW produce the car locally, which means that they deal with providers in between those countries. For instance, in China and also in India. For instance, the organization has built up BMW Brilliance in China, which is a joint endeavor among BMW and Brilliance Automotive of China to create and sell BMW vehicles locally. This is what BMW did to make sure that they have a power of suppliers for their organization. Next, we move to bargaining power of customer in BMW. Bargaining power of customer is an important factor affecting the sales and profitability of any large and global business. In the 21st century, the haggling intensity of clients has grown a great deal, which is because of expanded rivalry just as higher guideline, changing customer patterns and low exchanging costs. It means here that in this century, they are quite challenging to make sure that the customer have stay loyal and stay use their product so that they need because they have a changing customer patterns and trending that a new brand that comes, a big challenging for them to make sure that the customers are loyal to the brand. And how BMW overcome? On account of BMW, a portion of main factors that moderate the dealing intensity of clients are brand value, item quality, mechanical development, and client experience. By and large, the bartering intensity of BMW client is decently high. It means here that BMW keep continue their innovation with the people demand as a technology growing, and also they're also trying to improve their quality and also technology to make sure the customer satisfied and also attract new customer. Next is threats of new entrants in BMW. The threat of new entrants in the automobile industry is very low, which is because the higher entry and exit barriers. A portion of the fundamental hindrances that keep new players from entering new market incorporate furious rivalry, enormous capital venture, requirement for gifted human resources, and also mechanical boundaries and brand value. So this is challenging for a newcomer to come and join this industry because this industry is higher entry and exit barriers. So for a newcomer to come and join this industry is quite challenging for them. So any new player entering the market will need a lot of time and huge amount of money in order to build brand name recognition and also gain market share. product quality as well as passenger safety and sustainability have additionally become significant worries for auto firms. So every one of these variables debilitates new players from entering the vehicle business. What I'm trying to say here that for the threats of new entrants in BMW, there is low, which is none. I mean here that you the for is BMW is not afraid of new entrants. Next is the traits of substitutes toward BMW. The traits of substitute is an important factor that affects demand and profitability of any automobile brand, including BMW. The higher the number of substitutes, the higher is the threat to customer demand, thus can impact organizations' profitability. There are few opponent brands in the marketing, including Volkswagen, Audi, Land Rover, Toyota, Ford, Mercedes, and there are also alternative resources such as transportation like vehicles, transport, taxi cabs, and flights additionally represent a danger before BMW. And how BMW overcome these threats is BMW makes stylish car and only one of matter of class, luxury and prestige for most BMW car owners. Additionally, having your own extravagant vehicle implies higher accumulation, just as extravagance which the BMW vehicle offers is coordinated by not many component brands in the market. It means here that BMW they have their own target market, not for all people, and also they offers higher accommodation just as extravagance, which means that they have a high technology and high quality in their car. So this is which this offers is coordinated and have not many opponent brands in market.
Okay guys, Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Shazana Suhaimi and I will explain more on internet factor acquisition. Okay, now what is the IFE metric? IFE metric we continue to know how to define to identify the strategy. So, the first step in developing the aim to reach its target as well as the second step, the summary of the down and summary is the search for. So, the next step that we should have to what is the First, you need to really want to tell me the way for that strong understanding but you can tell me for the message.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Shafika Nazira binti Syukur and I'm going to explain about external analysis. So, what is external analysis? External analysis is a strategy tool used to examine companies' external environment in which less about organization and more about environment, and to identify the available opportunities and threats. It is also looking at external business analysis instead of internal ones. And what is the objective of external factor evaluation metrics? It is to measure the company position in the industry and marketplace. Second, it is to summarize and evaluate external factors of the company, such as economy and social. It is important for a big corporation like BMW to use external analysis. Why? Because it is to keep business ahead of the competition. Besides, it is to help BMW to look and focus surrounding environment, and it is able to make company understand the diversification of customer wants. What is actually external factor evaluation metrics? It is an analytical technique for evaluation of external position of the organization or its strategic intents. Besides, it is to analytical technique that related to SWOT analysis. Besides, it is also a strategy tool used to examine companies' external environment and to identify the available opportunities and threats. Next, we go to the step of external factor evaluation matrix. For the first step, list key external factor, which is what is the factor of opportunity and threat in sequence. Step 2, assign each factor weights from range 0.0, which is not important, to 1.0, which is important. So the total must be 1. The total weight must be 1. Next, step 3, assign each factor response rating from 1 to 4. It means that you have to rating yourself from 1 to 4, which is start with 1 is poor, 2 is average, 3 is above average, and 4 is superior. And step 4, multiply each factor's weight by its response rating to get weight score. It means that the step 2 that you have rate is multiplied with the step 3. And step 5 is sum the weighted score for each variable to determine the total weighted score. The highest will be 4, and the lowest will be 1, and the average will be 2.4. So this is how we are going to list for the opportunity of BMW company. As I have explained in step 1, which is list key external factor of opportunity and threat in sequence. So I will take the first opportunity that have the major weighted score, which is 0.4. I will take the full prices are expected to rise in the near future. And I give a weight 0.1, which is important, and rating 4, which is, it means 4 is superior. Why do I rating 0.1 and 4? Because BMW is using a hybrid electric vehicle. So they do not use the fuel at the future to survive like others vehicle. So that's why it is given a opportunity to them for because they not use the fuel because of the fuel prices are expected to rise in the near future. If the company have the opportunity to survive in global market, they will also have a trade that will harm them. I will take the trade with major weighted score, which is 0.32, which is increasing competition in the worldwide automotive market. It is because BMW already compete with Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and so on. They are all have a great technology and usage of electric vehicle and can save the fuel. As BMW and other competitors also have their own benefit, it will also influence the customer's power of buying to choose the best and suit to their demand. Next, I will also take the minor weighted score, which is 0.03. Why do I rate low? It is because the factor that cause harm to the BMW is not that important. It's still a threat to the company, but not so important. After all, I will sum up all of the weighted score for opportunities and threat, and for the total of weighted score is 2.80. I will analyze on the total weighted score at the next slide. After all of the steps of external factor evaluation matrix have been calculated, next we have to analyze for the result that we have gained. The total weighted score received 2.8 for overall external analysis. When it is above 2.5, it can be indicated as a strong external position. It means that this company's situation is excellent. The major opportunity for BMW is the fuel prices are expected to rise in the near future with the weighted score 0.40. And the major threat is increasing competition in the worldwide automotive market weighted score with 0.32. So, for the conclusion, BMW is quite excellent in global market, but they have to struggle more in order to plan the strategic management in order to compete with the competitors. Thank you.
Now we move on to the CPM. So what is CPM? CPM is a competitive profile metric. It's an essential strategic management tool to compare the firm with the major player of the industry. Competitive profile metric shows the clear picture to the firm about their strong points and weak points relative to the competitors. So now let's see what are the components of CPM. So first we have critical success factors. It is often called key success factors. These are the key attributes determining success within industry. Critical success factors will vary from industry to industry and be made up of both internal and external factors. The more CSF, the more reliable your company analysis will be. Secondly, we can go to weighting. So each critical success factors needs to be assigned a weighting from 0.1 to 1.0. The sum of all individual weights in the CPM must be a total of 1. After that, for rating. So rating we have from 1 to 4. 1 is major weakness, 2 is a minor weakness, 3 is a minor strength, and 4 is the major strength. And lastly, we went to the total score. So it adds all the values of all critical success factors for each competitor. The company with the highest total score is the strongest in the marketplace. The bigger the score differential between one company and another, the bigger the competitive advantage. After we learned about the components of CPM, let's move on to the steps of CPM. So step 1, we need to list the key CSF, which includes external and internal factors. Okay, we must pick about 7 factors. Step 2, we have to assign each factors a weight range from 0.0 to 1.0 and have a total weight equals to 1. Step 3, assign each factors a rating range from 4 to 1. Step 4, multiply each factor's weight by its rating to determine its weighted score. And lastly is step 5, we sum the weighted score for each variable to determine the total weighted score. So here are the table of CPM which we compares with the competitors including Mercedes-Benz and Audi. So we can see that BMW strong brand reputation equals to 0.48, 0.48 and 0.48, meaning both of these three companies stand the same for the strong brand reputation. Next, we can see to the quality product. So for BMW, they are weighted 0.28, Mercedes-Benz weighted for 0.21, and Audi 0.28. We can see that Audi and BMW have the same weight. So next is high level of vulnerability to the future economic crisis due to premium pricing strategy. As we all know, all this cars is gonna cost you a lot of money. So for the BMW we have 0.08, for the Mercedes-Benz we have 0.08, and for the Audi we have 0.12. Because Audi has a better product but with lower price compared to BMW. So moving on to the high technology level in automotive industry. So for the BMW we have 0.12, Mercedes-Benz 0.08, and Audi 0.12. Furthermore is the timing and frequency of new model releases. For the BMW 0.24, they released about 30 cars in 2013. And for Mercedes-Benz 0.18, and for Audi also 0.18. Thus, increasing competition in the worldwide automotive market. So for the BMW we have 0.32, Mercedes-Benz 0.32, both of them stands the same, and Audi we have 0.24. Monetary policies in global stock market trends, we have weighted 0.12, 0.08, and 0.08. So the total for BMW is 1.64, Mercedes-Benz 1.43, and Audi 1.50. You can see that BMW is the first, Audi is second, and Mercedes-Benz is third. Alright, so the summary for the CPM table that we have seen above is that BMW is the world's best-selling premium car. Thus, we can look at the strong brand reputation where BMW, Mercedes, and Audi are rated for. All the three brands have strong reputation. Moving on to the quality product where BMW and Audi are rated 4 while Mercedes are rated 2. Both Audi and BMW has high quality in terms of horsepower, types, and many more. All three brands has low level of vulnerability to the future economic crisis due to premium pricing strategy, which are 3 and 2 respectively. Same rate goes for high technology in the automotive industry. BMW are rated 4 in timing and frequency of new model releases in terms of increasing competitions in the worldwide automotive market. BMW and Mercedes are rated 4 while Audi is 3. Lastly, for the monetary policies in global stock market trends. Alright, in the conclusion, BMW still remains as the best seller car worldwide. Even though the company are not perfect in every terms, but with the implementation of EFE and IFE, we can help the company to identify and evaluate any potential problem that could worsen the company. CPM also plays a major role for the company to study and identify the factors that differentiate them with other competitors' companies. Thank you.